Into silence. We're in a flame, a Trinity flame here, right? Because this is the changing. And may this session be one that will lift any dross from your energy field. The jet lag feeling that we talked about yesterday, I have been experiencing it. So hi and welcome. We're going to do a journey into silence. Are you ready? So a big deep breath, opening your heart. This is a diamondization. I'm combining a few things here for the collective to get ready for our readings today. So you're in a diamond rose, because that's what you are. We're in the flame here, right? Going from the void into the cosmic flame. And we're working here with Atlantis energy, Atlantean energy, right? And Zona is a symbol of light. Zona. So Zona is for past lives. So we're integrating our Lemurian template, Avalonian template is already here. So we're bringing down the Lemurian and the Atlantean. This is a timeless, karmic, interdimensional issues, which is what we're needing right now. So we're bringing you here the angel journey. So a big deep breath. I'm going to talk here also about crystallization, and this will be a session to release your wisdom codes. So welcome, relax. I'm going to talk quite fast, so please put your hands on Reiki on if you haven't been attuned yet for Hands of Light. That's available. So please check out the description box, and also we have a community tab here you can check into with some bonuses for you, and also the members lounge. So there's lots of things here. This is about Lemuria. We're going to go into the Angel of Silence journey, and may you set your intention right now. So what is your intention for this session? So big deep breath, hands on Reiki on after doing your chakra shake, aura rake. If you don't have hands-on attunement yet, you need to book that. That's January the 14th. We're taking a little bit here from Lessons from a Living Lemuria, crystallization and the wisdom codes. It is not the case that once you reach enlightenment, you can literally eat anything and transmute it. You could even drink poison and it would not harm you. There is indeed truth to this. When an individual is that which we call fully crystalline, the silicon matrices within the body hold so much light, they are able to literally turn anything consumed into light. However, there are caveats to this. A fully crystalline individual is extremely sensitive to the like vibrational match. This individual is drawn to all things fifth dimensional, if you will. Therefore, this individual would not hold the desire to consume literally anything. Neither would the individual desire to consume that which is seen as poison. Hi, welcome. I'm just reading to you from Lemuria. The fully crystalline individual would eat foods of light, which would be plant-based foods, liquids, and life itself. So you're eating light. It's all about light. The fully crystalline individual will eat foods of light. The spiritual teacher, guru, or ascended master on earth may consume these things as part of a teaching tool to prevent the wisdom codes for others to learn from, but would certainly not be consuming these items as a staple. If the fully crystalline individual were to consume these lower vibrational foodstuffs for long enough, eventually this would create a denser vibrational state within the body, and the individual would begin to descend back to a carbon molecular structure. It's the food we eat. We do not want to go back to carbon molecular structure. The transmutation of lower vibrational matter into a crystalline match that is light would not continue indefinitely, right? So that's like you can have a hangover once a year, but not every night. The eating of the lower vibrational food items are one tool into descension, from crystalline silicate molecular structure into carbon-based molecular structure. So that's how the enemy will bring us to descend, yes, by the food, right? So we're looking here, Divine Feminine, at you have a particular restaurant of choice. And just because it's convenient, you don't stop at McDonald's because you want to plan ahead of time. You know, if you're going on a road trip, it's easier just to stop at McDonald's. But no, this is where you have to think, okay, plan ahead and go to the, and this also is about, you know, relationships. It's about your restaurant of choice and sticking to that, not getting distracted by all the McDonald's along the way. I love that. It is necessary, as we have said, to hold the state of full belief, believing you are fully crystalline in order to create that as a physical manifestation. Yet without the grounding, understanding, and wisdom codes holding, knowing of the carbon to crystalline process within, which is ascension, then one can become lost within the belief structure that is the creation of the physical template and move into extremely ungrounded thinking. Right? So we're at a crucial point for this to come up today. If the individual within the transitory state were to thus continue to consume lower vibrational foods or take poison to prove the point that they can transmute any substance within into light, then this act becomes detrimental to the crystallizing, ascending individual. Having said all this, crystallizing light as a molecular matrix within the body is made of 0-point field plasma. This is a transmutable substance and can thus raise the frequency of anything within the body to the level of that 0-point field. The plasma, as a pure creational substance, makes copies of itself from the foodstuffs, liquids, and other substances entering the body. Did you hear that? The plasma, as a pure creational substance, makes copies of itself from the foodstuffs, liquids, and other substances entering into the body. Whoa. What we are saying here is that there is a delicate process, and thus a delicate balance must be created through the wisdom codes activated within the deep cellular structure created by grounding. When it comes to foodstuffs utilizing as a grounding tool, then we again draw your attention towards the roots, that which grows underground or very close to the ground. We speak of that which you know as starchy vegetables, the tubers, roots, and also the squash and other vegetables within the squash family, such as the pumpkin, which holds a magical quality in and of itself. The pumpkin. The squashes are not roots per se, but hold the same ability to ground. Of course, grounding is not only achieved through consuming root vegetables. The crystals, rocks, and stones hold much benefit, as do the anchoring of oneself to the earth through the barefoot walking, standing, and certain movements of the physical body. Ultimately, the mind and the consciousness holds the greatest tool here for grounding, expanding, ascending, and crystallizing. The belief is key, yet this must be belief rooted within the wisdom codes, so that the belief becomes a paradigm. With belief, there is room for doubt. There is room for doubt, as it is a constructing structure in formation. The paradigm is then a constructed and formed structure, built within a good, strong foundation, grounded wisdom codes. There is no room for doubt within this paradigm. This paradigm holds the convergence geometric presentation of creation, which is instant karma, instant manifestation, 0-point field creation, as opposed to cause and effect karma. Did you hear that? This is our session. Instant manifestation or instant karma. We're at 0-point field creation. We are no longer in cause and effect karma. This is that which we call karma free. We've stepped off the reincarnation wheel. It is simply a raise in construction of the intention. That's what we teach in your level 1 Reiki, so book that if you haven't already. The intention is no longer a birth point or a start point at the beginning of a linear cause and effect process, but the never-ending, always there 0 point. The intention and the manifestation are simultaneous. This is that which is known upon your planet as the lack of desire. the end of desire, or the transcendence of desire. Yet in truth, it is none of these things, for desire is so much more. It is simply a unification of desire with the outcome of that desire as a simultaneous manifestation, rather than a linear process between desire and outcome. It's an assimilated process here, simultaneous manifestation. Set your intention now for your simultaneous manifestation. It's a unification of your desire. We take that key. We're activating Zonar, and you're relaxing as we go into our journey into silence. An angel hovers at the mouth of a cave, holding a finger to her lips. Going inward into the darkness of the inner illumination, the need for more power, peace, and quiet, becoming less distracted and influenced by external forces, and attuning ourselves to the silent mass of creation, centering, listening, and hearing. Stepping into the flame now. Big deep breath and relaxing. An artist, we know, always has to go into the silence before he paints. He calms himself until he hears the silence. Not, as he puts it, the true sound of Mother Earth. It is then that his spirit is sufficiently activated to speak through his art. So we're letting go here of an Atlantean code as well, right? Transforming. See the butterfly up there? In this card, the angel of silence asks you to still the noise of our daily lives so that we can hear the true sound of the earth. Silence, after all, is the glue that holds the universe together. For it is in silence that nature and our inner nature speaks most clearly. The silence card reminds us that the world is silent at night so that the moon and the stars can be heard. And as the earth has its daily period of silence, there is a time of silence for every living thing. But silence is a rare commodity in today's rushed, catastrophic world. From the moment the clock radio awakens us to the sound of the television being turned off for the night, we are bombarded with some form of noise. Noise that distracts us from our inner selves and the whisperings of our souls. The silence card indicates the need for some quiet space in your life so that you can listen to the important voices that are trying to reach you. The issue about which you are inquiring can attain clarity only through retreating now into the depths of your soul and spirit. The soul speaks through silence. The spirit is refreshed by silence. If you have drawn this card, your spirit is telling you that it needs some respite from the daily routine, that it requires your care and attention now in the form of solitude. No matter how brief, it is time to create a place apart from the hustle and bustle of daily activity, a place where you can listen to your soul and replenish your spirit. If your immediate reaction is, how on earth will I find the time or space to create such a place, with the job and the house and the kids and my sick mother and all the demands and pressures of life? The angel of silence would like to remind you that we can always create time and space for anything we choose to make a priority in our lives. The angel of silence is here. You do not need to take drastic action like building a retreat house, becoming a monk or nun, or chucking in it all for a life in the woods. Even half an hour of silent time in the bedroom or on the beach can have an extraordinary, beneficial effect on body, psyche, and spirit. The silence card also addresses the issue of communication. In his book, A Place Apart, Benedictine Brother M. Basil Pennington observes The other side of silence is communication. Some of our best communication is in silence. Indeed, the primary purpose of silence is communication. To truly hear God, to hear ourselves and others and the whole creation more deeply. The silence card asks you to examine the issue of communication, particularly in regard to the object of your inquiry. In the flame now. The Trinity flame here. I'm placing you in it for healing. To truly hear God, to hear ourselves and others and the whole creation more deeply. The silence card asks you to examine the issue of communication, particularly in regard to the object of your inquiry. Do you speak when you should be listening? Are others giving you the benefit of silence, or do you feel you aren't being heard? Or are you, like many people, actually afraid of silence, of the uncomfortable empty spaces between words, of a house with no television, radio or stereo, to drown out the ache of your aloneness, of the great unknown into which we plunge when we decide, once and for all, to enter the sometimes intimidating realms of the inner self? Silence, said the great French mime Jean-Louis Basot, is not deafness, neither is it death. Our culture is not attuned to the riches of silence, to the mysteries that are revealed in solitude, to the restoration power of a quiet retreat that nurtures the soul and restores the spirit. All too often we run from silence, which is really running from ourselves. The silence card reminds us that silence is not death but life, that through silence we gain a deeper understanding of and appreciation for the wonders of creation and the marvelous depths of our own selves. And silence is not deafness, but a more acute form of hearing. St. John of the Cross speaks of finding the beloved God in the mountains, the solitary wooded valleys, strange islands, silent music. This silent music is the song of the earth. It can be heard only in the stillness of communion with our own soul. When we allow ourselves a silent time in day or night, we will be surprised at how much we can suddenly hear that we have never really heard before. The object of your inquiry provides the opportunity and impetus for you to feel comfortable and silence. In some way, this situation is conducive to quietening the mind and achieving clearer focus and serenity. Allowing yourself regular periods of solitude will also be beneficial to the situation and will help to balance your energies and create wholeness. You will find yourself becoming more relaxed, less affected by stress, more delighted and delightful to be around, and better able to truly communicate with others. Under these circumstances, the situation has the potential to grow and to give you in turn the stable, harmonious environment that will allow your spirit to flourish. Now that's a little introduction, and we're going to go to the members lounge now and do the complete journey. It says, as you stand at the entrance to the cave, the angel of silence greets you. If you would like to participate in that, that will be a full body healing as well. And I'll see you there at the Heart Dwellers Lounge. I'm going to go there now. So that was our introduction to bring in our Atlantean codes, our wisdom codes. If you would like to anchor them, we're doing that at the Heart Dwellers Lounge. And if you're Reiki level 1 attuned, that would be better. So if you haven't done that yet, please book at reikibybella.com under attunements. Level 5D, level 1. It's January the 14th. I hope to see you there. I love you. Thanks.